assembly is assembly is it? I can't talk. Assembly is at the Suzuka plant at Suzuka. So at the city of Suzuka in Mie or Mai. I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled M-I-E. Prefecture in Japan. Now we're on powertrain. Starting off with the engine. Two versions of the engine you can get. First one is a 2-liter, so 2-liter F20, so 2-liter, naturally aspirated, F20C inline 4, and then the second option is for both North America, and Japan, the 2.2-liter, F22CI inline 4, so again both for North America and Japan. Transmission is obviously a 6-speed manual, so that's good. So transmission is 6-speed manual. So transmission is a 6-speed. So 6-speed manual. So that's good. Dimensions is next. The wheelbase is approximately 2,400. So approximately 2,400 millimeters. 94.5. So dimensions. Wheelbase approximately 2,400 millimeters. 94.5 inches. Length approximately 4,120 millimeters. 162.2 inches. So width approximately 1,750 millimeters. So width approximately 1,750 millimeters. 68.9 inches. Round that up is like close to 69, almost 70 inches in width. Say almost 70 inches. So height is 1,285. So 1,285 millimeters. 50.6 inches. So height 1,285 millimeters. 50.6 inches. Now curb weight is between 1,295, say 1,295 to 1,299 kilos, which is between 2,855, say 2,855 to 2,864 kilos. Not kilos, or sorry, 28 curb weight between 1,295 to 1,299 kilos, which is 2,855. Is it between 2,855 to 2,864 pounds? Sorry, got that messed up. And that is between like 4 kilos, 9 pounds, which is not bad actually. It's not really that bad. It's pretty good. The 2004, so the 2004 model S2000. So the 2004 model S2000 underwent several significant changes. Production moved to Suzuka. The new model introduced 17-inch wheels. So 17-inch wheels and Bridgestone RE-050 or Bridgestone RE-050 tires, along with a retuned suspension. So a retuned suspension to reduce oversteer. The spring rates, so both the rates and shock absorber dampening were both were altered, and the suspension geometry was modified. Say the spring rates and shock absorber dampening both were altered, and the suspension geometry was modified to improve stability by reducing toe-in changes under cornering loads. Ow! Say about the spring rates and shock absorber. The spring rates and shock absorber dampening were altered, and the suspension geometry was modified to improve stability by reducing toe-in changes under cornering loads. The subframe also received a revision in design to achieve high rigidity in the gearbox. The brass synchronizers, or in other words, or scientifically synchromesh, like kind of synchromesh, synchronizers, I think, or just synchromesh, I don't know. It's like in the gearbox, the brass synchronizers, or synchromesh, were replaced with carbon fiber. Carbon fiber. So that's good, carbon fiber. In addition, cosmetic changes were made to the exterior. So cosmetic changes were made to the exterior with both new front and rear bumpers, revised headlight assemblies, new LED taillights, and overall tipped exhaust pipes. Although all the cosmetic suspension and most drivetrain upgrades were included on the Japanese, Australian, and European models. They retained the 2-liter naturally aspirated F20C inline-4 engines and remained designated as AP1 facelifted models for the North American market. The updates also included the intro of a larger version of the F20C. For the North American market, the updates also included the intro of a larger version, so a bigger version of the F20C engine, with a designation of F22CI, F22C1. There we go. So I should just correct myself on that. This larger engine gave the new model a chassis designation of AP2. The engine's stroke was lengthened, increasing its displacement to 2.2 liters instead of 2 liters. It's upgraded, like bored out, to 2.2 liters. So 0.2 liters more. At the same, I think it's like 200 milliliters. Somewhere around, I don't know. At the same time, the red line, so both the red line and fuel cutoff were reduced from 8,800 RPM and 9,000. So we're reduced from 8,800 RPM. So 8,800 RPM and 9,000 RPM. So 8,800 RPM and 9,000 RPM to 8,000 RPM and 8,200 RPM, respectively, mandated by the longer travel of the pistons. Peak torque increased by 6% to 220 newton meters, 120 262 pound-feet at 6,800 RPM, while power output remained unchanged, so standard at 237 horsepower. Said 237 horsepower, achieved at a lower 7,800 RPM. In conjunction with the intro of the F-22, C1, managed to get it right. Honda also changed the transmission or gearbox gear ratios. Say transmission, I can't even talk. Transmission gear ratios by shortening the first 5 gears and lengthening the 6th gear. People used to call 2004 to 2005 USDM, so United States Domestic Market, S2000 AP 1.5 due to its F-22 C1 with WTB, which stands for wire throttle body. In 2006, the F-22, so the F-22 C1, was also introduced to the Japanese market with a power output of 240 horsepower and 221 newton meters, 163 pound-feet of torque. The F-20C continued in all other markets. The 2006, so the 06 model introduced a drive-by-wire throttle and an electronic stability control or ESC system, new wheels and one new exterior color, Laguna Blue Pearl. Interior changes included revised seats and additional stereo speakers integrated into the headrests. Now we got the Club Racer Edition. So this is for the US in 2008. So, let's see how long this info is. Not that much. Well, there's a little bit more, but well, let's do it. So the 08 model year marked, so this is 2008, marked the first time the S2000 was offered in more than one trim level in the US. In addition to the base model, Honda offered a more track-oriented version of the S2000, distinguished by reduced weight, fewer amenities, and an increase in performance. The S2000 Club Racer made its world debut at the North American International Auto Show on April 4th, 2007. That was like when I was like a year old, somewhere around there, say 1 year old. Changes for the CR. So changes for the Club Racer Edition included a low ratio steering rack. So low ratio steering rack. Revised exhaust system. Black lug nuts for the wheels. Darker colored wheels itself. Clear side markers. What else? And then I had stiffer suspension and new Bridgestone Potenza RE070 tires. So Bridgestone Potenza RE070 or RE070 tires. There were 10 millimeters wider at the rear. So it was 255. So it's now 255 40 R17s, flies the base models. So instead of the original 245/40 R17s. It also had a revised body kit composed of a redesigned front lip and a large rear wing. So, a revised body kit composed of a redesigned front lip and a larger rear wing were wind tunnel tested. So both wind tunnel tested and claimed to reduce the overall coefficient of lift by between 70 and 80%. Say 70 and 80%. The power folding soft top was so the power like electric folding soft top was both removed and replaced with a Berliner. So with a Berliner, it's like saying Berlin, but adding the letter A next to it. It's a Berliner black hardtop, regardless of the car's body paint color. While the space into which the soft top would normally fold when lowered was filled with additional chassis. So chassis bracing and topped off with a body color tonneau cover. Honda also used A.K.A. unique yellow leather spherical aluminum shift knob, which rests 12.6 millimeters lower than the base model's cylindrical shift knob, like aluminum. It's both aluminum wrapped with leather. The CR knob, the CR shift knob provided a 6% reduction in shifting and correspondingly presented a 10% higher shifting load effort. CR models were only available with both yellow and black Alcantara interiors. Faux carbon fiber overlays on the center console and radio door were unique to the CR trim, as was a peak power indicator light or blinker light, whatever, on the instrument gauge cluster, which flashes when the engine is producing its peak power output. To both reduce weight and lower the center of gravity, the spare tire was omitted. So like kind of removed. And air conditioning or AC and stereo were offered only as options. Net weight savings without the additional hardtop came to 41 kilos, 90 pounds relative to the standard model. That's pretty good in weight savings. At least it will perform better. So the engine in the S2000 CR was unchanged from the standard trim. Shigeru Uehara, born September 5th, 1947 in Tokyo, the designer of the S2000. He was also the Japanese automotive engineer, and who was the project leader of the Honda NSX, stated that the CR was positioned between both the Type S and the hypothetical Type R. However, Honda never made an official Type R S2000. Honda never made an official Type R S2000 variant. Production volume of fewer than 2,000 units were expected at launch, and 668 were made for the 2008 model year, representing just over a quarter of the total, over like 25% of the AAC, I call it, automotive industry crisis. The S2000 was cancelled mid-model year. Just 355, 355 US S2000s were manufactured for 2009, of which 31, 31 were CR models. Thus, total CR production over the two model years was 699 units. Well, if you round it up with some math and logic, it's equivalent to only 700 units. So if I add those three numbers together, 699 plus 355. I'll do that first, and then I'll add 31 after that. So if I add those two numbers together, that will give me a total of, I don't remember, I'm going to try. It's like 1,054. And add 31 is 1,085. So if I just do some math on that real quick, I see if I got it right. So let's see, 355 plus, is it 1,054? I think I said it right, I don't know. Plus 31, say 1,085. So it does total CR production over the, so it does, so just 355 US S2000s were made. So just, just 355 US S2000s were manufactured for 2009, of which 31 were CR models. Thus, total CR production over the two model years was 699. Add those three numbers together is equivalent to just 1,085. And next up we got is the Type S version. That's only, so Type S version in Japan for 2008. Before I get to that, I just got to put the charger on. Ow, jeez. There we go. Alright, now we're on the Type S version of the S2000 in Japan in 2008. So let's continue. So the Japanese domestic market, or JDM market, received the Type S edition for the last 2 years of production, so both 2008 and 2009. Changes are similar to the US market's CR edition, sharing the weight loss a purpose-built body can't provide. So a purpose-built the Type S retains the rear tires, so although it shares the wheels with the CR edition, the Type S retains the rear tire size of 245. So 245, so 245 slash 40 R17s. So 245 slash 40 R17 tires for better handling. A specific Type S suspension setup was improved. So a specific Type S suspension setup with improved geometry was designed to enhance the handling. So I can prove it. The setup is stiffer, but the setup so I can't talk again. So the setup is stiffer but more compromising. There we go. Than the CR setup. To suit it better to everyday spirited driving and the Japanese 2K experience. The Type S retains its soft top folding mechanism. The interior is a Type S specific yellow and black Alcantara material scheme, similar to the CR leather interior from the standard S2000, was available as a no-cost option. The aluminum shift knob was reduced. The aluminum shift knob with reduced shift stroke is shared with the CR, while the CR is designed to be a pure track car. The Type S is designed for both improved handling and retains some creature comforts. Only 1,755 units of the Type S were made, so both made and sold exclusively only in Japan. So in 2007, they sold 168 cars. In 2007, they sold 168 cars. In 2008, they sold 827 units. In 2009, they sold a little bit less, like 90 less. So in 2009, they sold 737 units. And in January, January in 2010, in January 2010 to June 2010. And in January to June 2010, they sold only 23 units. So if I do the math on that again, so they sold 1,755 or 1,755 of those cars. I gotta double check real quick. It says 1,755. So only 1,755 units of the Type S were made and sold exclusively. So both made and sold exclusively in Japan. In 2007, they sold 168 cars. So I'm saying this again just so you guys know properly like more detail. So they sold in 2007 they sold 168 168 cars. In 2007, they sold 168 cars. In 2008, they sold 827 cars. In 2009, they sold 737 cars. And in 2010, both Jin, so I'll say 2007, so they sold in 2007 168 units. So 2007, 168 units. 2008, 827 units. 2009, 737 units. And in 2010, between both January and June 2010, they sold 23 units. There we go. So now I got the GT version. That's for the UK spec in 2002. In the UK from 2002, the S2000 was offered in both convertible and GT trim. Say convertible and GT trim. The GT featured a removable hardtop and an outside temperature gauge. On the road, prices of these trims were between 27,300 and 27,850 quid, respectively. Say respectively. Next up, and last but certainly not the very least, is that both the Ultimate Edition. It's both Ultimate Edition and GT Edition. So Ultimate and GT Edition 100. So this is in Europe in 2009. Here we go. The S2000 Ultimate Edition in continental Europe and GT Edition 100. That's for the UK market. So GT Edition 100 UK market were limited versions. So limited versions of the S2000 released to commemorate the end of production. Notable changes on both of the cars included Grand Prix white body color, a removable hardtop, graphite colored alloy wheels with black wheel bolts, a aluminum ball gear shifter, black S2000 badging and red leather interior with red coloring for stitching on the gear shifter gaiter. The Ultimate Edition was unveiled at the 2009 Geneva Motor Show. The Ultimate Edition. So the Ultimate Edition was unveiled at the 2007 Geneva Motor Show and went on sale in March 2009. The GT Edition 100. The GT Edition 100 was a limited run of 100 units, made specifically for the UK market. Hence the name GT Edition 100, because they only made 100 of those cars. In addition to the Ultimate Edition's specification, it features a numbered plaque. So it features a numbered plaque on the kink plate indicating which car in the series it is. Numbers ranging from 1 to 101. Number 49. So number 49 was omitted. Now we got specifications. So this is going to take a long while because not only that, we also got the colors of the S2000 to do as well. Oh my god, this is going to take a while. So our specifications. So let's do it. So specifications. So specifications says for all generations of the S2000. So starting off, so we got the 1999, 2003 AP1 F20C. So 1999. So 1999 to 2003 AP1 F20C. 2004 2009 AP2 F20C. 2004 2009 AP2 F22. So F22 C1. F22 C1. F22 C1. So F22 C1. And then we got 2008 to 2009 AP2 CR. So AP2 CR. F22 C1. Now we got drivetrain. So engine type naturally aspirated inline 4. Displacement 2 liters. So 2 liters and then 2.2 liters. Power output's next. 237 horsepower at 8,300 RPM for both the US and Europe. Then we got 247 horsepower at 8,300 at the same RPM, but only in Japan. So there we go. Then we also got 237 horsepower. So 237 horsepower. So 237 horsepower in the US and 239 horsepower in Japan. So 237 for the US, 239 for Japan. So 2 horsepower difference. Both 7,800 RPMs. Torque, however, yeah, 208. So 208 newton-meters. So 208. So 208 newton-meters. 153 pound-feet and 7,500 RPM for both the US and European version. So both the US and Europe. As for Japan, it's got 218 newton-meters. 161 pound-feet and 7,500 RPM. Then we got 220 newton-meters. 162 pound-feet at 6,800 RPM. Say at 6,800 RPM in the 6,800 RPM in the US, and then we got 221 newton-meters, 163 pound-feet at between 6.5, so 6.5 to 7.5 RPMs. So 6.5 to 7,500 RPMs in Japan. That's the red line. So red line slash fuel cutout. First one is between 8,800. So 8,800 to 9,000 RPM. Then we got 8,000 to 8,200 RPM. Then we got bore and stroke. So 87 millimeters. 3.4. So 87 millimeters. 3.2. So 3.425 inches by 84 millimeters. So 87 millimeters. 3.425 inches by 84 millimeters. 3.307 inches. Then we got 87. So we got the same 87 millimeters. 3.425 inches. But this time it's by also 90.7 millimeters. 3.571 inches. Now we got compression ratio. So compression ratio. So it's 11 to 1 for both US and Europe. Then 11.7 to 1 in Japan. So it's compression ratio. Then we got 11.1 to 1. Valve train is a 16 valve. see, dual overhead cam, VTech. So variable valve timing and lift electronic control. It says the valve train. It says 16 valve dual overhead cam, variable valve timing, and lift electronic control. And transmission is a 6-speed manual, obviously. Alright, next up is probably the toughest one for me. Gear ratios. I'm no good at ratios at all whatsoever. Nothing. Like, never at all. I mean, I used to do ratios before and I was kinda good at it, but most of it, no, not really, no. So there's two types. So we'll go for the first graph of the two. So gear ratios run for number one, we got first. So it's up to these 6 gears. So our first is 3.133, second 2.045, third 1.481, fourth gear 1.161, fifth gear 0.970, and the sixth gear 0.810 is secondary gear revenue. So secondary gear reduction is 1.160. Final drive 4.100, and then reverse is 2.800. Now we got the same for first, second, third, and fourth gears, but this time for fifth, it's now 0.943, and then sixth gear, so fifth gear, so fifth is 0.943, so that was fifth, so fifth 0.943, and then sixth 0.763. For the first graph, secondary gear reduction was 1.160. And for the other graph, for secondary gear reduction is 1.208. Both the final drive and the reverse for both of them were same 4.100 for final drive, and then same 2.800 for reverse for both two graphs for the gear ratios. Now we got dimensions next. So starting off with the weight. So for standard, so we got one which is 1,250 kilos, 2,756 pounds. So 2,756 pounds. Then we got 1,260 kilos, which is 2,700. So 2,778 pounds. It says for the JP type V, so it's like Japan type 5. Japan type V. Japan type 5, I'm not too sure. Then we got 1,299. So close to 1.3 tons. Almost 1,300 kilos. So 1,299 kilos. 2,864 pounds. Then we got also 1,254 kilos. And so 1,254 kilos, which is 2,765 pounds. And then there's another one, which is 1,295 kilos, which is 2,855 pounds. And you're probably wondering, why is there a difference? So why is there a 41 kilo? So why is there a 41 kilo, 90-pound difference? Well, I can tell you for sure. The first one is without air conditioning, and then the second one is with air conditioning. also depend if it's got AC, like air conditioning, or not, because air conditioning does cause more drag and weight. So if you remove that, it's good, but you would think twice. You would make a dumb, stupid decision. Stupid decision. If it's in the summer, you're screwed. You would be boiling as hell, sweating so much. So my advice is this: if it's super boiling outside, super roasting, boiling outside in the summer, always have AC in your car, because AC will help you keep cool. Because without that, you're screwed, and you'd be boiling, dying from this huge heat. So it's important for you guys to have air conditioning that at least works in your car. If it works, that is a bonus. Say 1200. So 1254 kilos, 2765 pounds without AC. Then 1295 kilos, 2800 2855 pounds with AC. Now we got heights. The first one is 20. So first one, 1270. So 1270 millimeters approximately, which is approximately 50 inches. So approximately 50 inches. Then we got 1288 millimeters, approximately 51 inches, with 1750 millimeters. So 1750 millimeters. 68.9, rounded up, like quite close to 70 inches. It says width, length, 4135 millimeters. So it's 162.8 inches. And then we got 41. So first one, 4135 millimeters. 162.8 inches. Then we got 4117 millimeters, 162 inches. Now wheelbase is approximately 2400 millimeters, 94.5 inches. For the tires, we got first one. There's 3 types of tires from Bridgestone. So 3 types of Bridgestone Potenza tires. So first one is the Bridgestone Potenza S02s. So at the front is 205 slash 55 R16s, 89. So 89 W's. That's the front. For the rear, it has. So front is 205 slash 55 R16, 89 W's. So that's the front. The rear is 225 50 R16s, 92 W's. Next one. So the next Bridgestone Potenza tires are the next Bridgestone Potenza tires are the RE050s. So for the front is 215 slash 45. So 215 slash 45. So 215 slash 45 R17s. So 215 slash 45 R17. 87 W's. So that's the front. The rear is 245. So 245 slash 40 R17s, 91 W's. And the last but certainly not the very least of the Bridgestone Potenza tires are the RE070s. For the front is 215 slash 45 CR17, 87 W's. And then for the rear, that's for the front. Now the rear is 255 slash 40 CR17s, 94 W. Now for the wheels is at the front 16 6.5 inches plus 55 millimeters. As for the front, the rear is 16 by 7.5 inches, which is like 65 millimeters. Now another one is for the front, 17 by 7 inches, 55 millimeters. It says front, rear, 17 by 8.5 inches, 60 extra 10 millimeters more. So total that is 65 millimeters. As for the brakes, it has for the front 300 millimeter. So for the front, it has 300 millimeter, 11.8 inch ventilated rotors or discs at the front. At the rear, it has 282 millimeter. So 282 millimeter, 11.1 inch solid rotors or discs. Notes is for the US, which is United States, EU, which is Europe, JP, Japan, F front, and R, which is rear. And then now we got the exterior color paint codes to do now. Jesus Christ, this is taking forever. Pretty much you guys are going to see this video tomorrow by the time I start uploading this. So yeah, I'm going to upload this tonight, and you guys will probably see it in the morning, and I'll put that in the comments when I did the video. So yeah, notes US, United States. So notes US, United States, EU, Europe, JB, Japan, F front, and R rear. So now we get exterior color paint codes, and then we got models. Gosh. So we got the S2000 for the US domestic market, and then we got the CR also for the US domestic market. Then we got S2000, which is JDM. So JDM S2000, and then we got another S2000 for Europe. So starting off with the colors. So first one is Grand Prix White, color code NH565. So all four of them have that color. So that's good. Then we got Berlin Black NH547. All four have the color. Then we got Spa Yellow Pearl / Indy. So Indianapolis Yellow Pearl with a color code Y5 2B. Three of them have the color. The only one that doesn't is the CR US DM. They've got New Formula Red, R510 or R510 again. All three apart from this CR USDM. Sebring. Next up is Sebring Silver Metallic color code NH552M or 552M or 552M, whatever you want to call it. Both the S2000 for the US domestic market and the Japanese domestic market have that apart from the CR and the S2000 Europe. Now we got Rio Yellow Pearl. So Rio Yellow Pearl / New Indy Yellow Pearl. Color code Y. So Y65P. So all four have the colors. That's good. And then we got Laguna Blue Pearl. slash Bermuda Blue Pearl, color code B545P. The CR USDM does not have this color. Say Laguna Blue Pearl slash Bermuda Blue Pearl B545P. So B545P. All of them have the color apart from the CR, which doesn't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna. So the S2000 USDM is number 1, the CR number 2, the GDM number 3, and then Europe number 4. I'm just gonna number them, make it a lot easier. Say Laguna Blue Pearl slash Bermuda Blue Pearl, color code B545P. All of them have that color apart from number 2. Next up is Apex Blue. Apex Blue Pearl. So Apex Blue Pearl, color code B55. B55 4P. All of them have the color apart from number 1. Next up is Chicane Silver Metallic slash Synchro Silver Metallic. Synchro Silver Metallic, color code NH745M. All of them apart from number 2 have the color. Number 2 does not. Then we got Silverstone Metallic, color code NH630M. Apart from number 2, the rest of the 3 have the color. Then we got Suzuka Blue Metallic slash Nürburgring or Nordschleife Blue Metallic, color code B513M or B513M or B513M, however we want to call it. So same. Number 2 doesn't have it, apart from the rest of the 3 does. Number 2 does not have the color. Next up is Platinum Whirl, so Platinum Lights Pearl, color code NH-609P. Number 1 and 2 don't have the color. Number 3 and 4 don't. So number 1 and 2 don't have the color. Number 3 and 4 do. For all of these, same goes for Monza Red Pearl, color code R-508P. Then Lime Green Metallic, color code GY-19M or 19M. Then we got Moonrock Metallic, color code NH-676M. And New Imola Orange Pearl, color code YR-536P. And then Monte Carlo Blue Pearl, color code B66B or B66B. And Premium Sunset Mauve, I can't really say what, sorry, Monte Carlo Blue Pearl, color code B66B. Then we got Premium Sunset Mauve Pearl. Mauve, I can't really say well, it's spelled M-A-U. Mauve, can't really pronounce it, but it spells M-A-U-V-E Pearl. Color code RP-42B or 42B. And then same goes for Deep Burgundy Metallic, color code YR-564M. So this goes for that. Now for the last 2, it's a little bit different. So the second to last one is Midnight Pearl, color code. So color code PB, so PB-73P. Number 1 and 2. So number 1 and 2. So number 1, 2, and 4 don't have the color apart from number 3, which it does. And same goes with Dark Cardinal. So Dark Cardinal Red Pearl, color code next up is safety. Here we go. In 2002, the Honda S2000 received a 4-star Euro handicap, which is Euro or European New Car Assessment Program rating. So Euro handicap. So Euro New Car Assessment Program rating. NHTSA or National Highway Traffic. Almost that transmission now, but it's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration crash test. So crash test ratings for 2006. For a frontal crash test for the front, both driver and passenger has 4 stars, 80%. That's good. For the side impact rating for the driver, full 5 stars, 100%. So that's good. And the same goes with rollover rating. Same 5 stars, 100%, which it says 8.2. So I think it's a little bit better for rating. I think it's 8.2% higher. I don't know. Alright, next up is reward. So both reviews and awards. So reviews and awards. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end there right now, so we're gonna take a break. But if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads. Alright. So that'll be it. So for my next S2000 video will be about for my next S2000 video will be about the reviews. Reviews and awards. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys soon in the next video. So if you like the video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit that notification bell and hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I will see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great night, evening, and have a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, folks. Stay safe. I'll see you guys soon. Good night.